What if everything we saw at the end wasn't real? What if 11 didn't survive? What if that happy ending was just a story created to ease the pain of loss? Today on Top Z, we're breaking down the ending of Stranger Things, piece by piece to understand what really happened, and why the series ended in the most cruel and beautiful way possible. Before we continue, this video contains major spoilers for the series finale. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next uploads. The series may be over, but the content here is just getting started. The real villains, Vecna and the Mind Flayer. After Callie's death, the narrative makes one thing very clear. There is no villain controlling the other. Vecna and the Mind Flayer were always working together. Henry Creel was never just a victim. He could have resisted. He chose not to. The series confirms that. And Henry was not possessed. Wushan, he was fully aware of everything. And he used the Mind Flayer just as much as it used him. This completely shuts down any chance of redemption. Henry dies as a villain, and the show never walks that back. The final battle in the hive mind logic. The final plan is clear. Merge the upside down with our world and fix humanity. 11 steps in using everything she learned since the beginning of the season. While she fights the Mind Flayer from the inside, the group weakens its physical body with fire, an already established weakness. When one weakens, the other falls with it. Vecna survives for a few moments, until Joyce ends it all with the axe. It's not just personal revenge, it's the definitive end of the evil. What about Will? Why didn't he suffer? This is one of the biggest gaps in the script. The show has always made it clear that Will feels the consequences whenever the hive mind is attacked. But in the finale, nothing happens. The most coherent interpretation is, as Vecna and the Mind Flayer weaken, Will's connection to them fades as well. So he was actively using his powers at that moment, which may have created a kind of block. The truth? The series doesn't explain it and leaves the answer open. The military and the final sacrifice. The military storyline returns in the epilogue, and this is where the core of the theory comes in. The government wants to recreate MKUltra. Kali's blood doesn't work. Henry is dead. Only 11 remains. As long as she exists, the project can never truly end. The only way to stop it for good is sacrifice. Did 11 die? Now comes the question that changes everything. The upside down collapses. A powerful gust of wind. 11 disappears. What we see after that is not reality. It's the story Mike creates so he can move on. And why does this make sense? Kaylee dies. Therefore, she can't create any illusion. The military devices were not activated. The happy ending shows visual inconsistencies, trembling hands, the wrong waterfalls. The show repeatedly emphasized the symbolism of the 3 waterfalls. Yet the epilogue shows only 2. Everything points to the same conclusion. 11 died. Mike's fanfic doesn't erase the series. It's important to make this clear. Everything we saw across the 5 seasons actually happened. Mike became a writer and turned pain into narrative. The RPG manual is based on real events. Fantasy doesn't erase the truth, it helps us survive it. The epilogue, closing cycles. Each character moves on with their life. And Dustin goes to college. Lucas and Max finally live their love. Steve becomes a coach and emotional advisor. But Nancy chooses journalism. Jonathan studies film. Robin fully embraces who she is. A Hopper and a Joyce end up together. And Will moves forward. Mike learns how to transform loss into storytelling. And the series ends the same way it began. A D&D campaign coming to an end. So another one can begin. The real meaning of the end. The creators themselves said it. What matters isn't knowing whether 11 is alive, but believing that she is. Just like the series ended, but continues to live on in the memories of those who watched it. 11 lives within the characters. And Stranger Things lives within us. And if you made it this far, thank you for being part of this journey with me. Stranger things may be over, but the conversation doesn't end here. Over the next few days, new videos will be coming out about the show's impact, theories, curiosities, and everything this universe still has to offer. So subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stick with Top Zid so you don't miss anything. Because some stories end, but they live on in the memories of everyone who experienced each episode.